It's not a GMC. It's not a Ford, which I enjoyed driving 2 of them this past summer. It's my first Mopar ever. And it's a baby Mopar, and it's a shadow of what Chrysler and Dodge and Plymouth and Imperial used to be. And I'm doing some small repairs, as I'm always apt to do when I first buy a car. One of the headlights wouldn't adjust, and I just lost one of my tools underneath the headlight door. It's a gray LeBaron convertible, and one of my tools just disappeared under the headlight door. Right down there. So I was thinking of different ways to show you what I was playing with, but I get finicky, and guys used to always laugh that I seem to come alive at 4:30 when they're getting ready to quit for the day. So a friend of mine sent me this Malaise era listing on Facebook, which I hardly ever look at, but once in a while. And there it was. And I called the guy, and he didn't answer, and I texted him, he didn't answer. And 2 or 3 hours later, he called me. He says, "You want to come look at it? Somebody else is going to come look at it tomorrow, Saturday at 1. I said, "I'm just about to head to work. I got stuff to do and places to go and things to do." And I said, "Wow, a convertible with a V6, 3-liter Tsutsubuchi. This is a Tsipa Tutsi Wutsi Butsi. It's a Mitsubishi with the dry cap for the cam plug." And what makes it really interesting, convertible LeBarons aren't rare. It's a 5-speed stick-'em shift. And that's what makes it rather uncommon. So I'm driving what my buddy in Greer, South Carolina called a giant glorified K car. And that's what it is. It's a K car. It's Lee Iacocca's dream to save Chrysler, which it did. And it's a cheap car. And it had some little specks of primer like somebody was painting next to the car. And I took my penknife and I very carefully scratched all the primer drops off, and I very carefully left a whole bunch of little scratches. There's one right there, right there. I spent an hour scraping off all the little scratches, and now I've got a whole bunch of the little primer speckles, and now I've got a bunch of little scratches. And I think they'll come off. This car looked like